presents the true story of Soldier Boy, a 6-year-old child named Sergei who fought against the Germans during World War II. The story takes us back to the time of the war, when Germany was on one side and the Soviet Union on the other. In this tense atmosphere, we see a small village house where 6-year-old Sergei is sleeping. Suddenly, someone knocks on the door. When he opens it, he finds the aunt who lives next door. Sergei asks her, "Where are my mom and my brother?" With a heavy voice, she tells him that the Germans have attacked their village and that his mother and brother are no longer alive. She pushes him toward the window and tells him to escape immediately. Sergei runs away from the house, and moments later, the German soldiers kill his aunt as well. To save his life, Sergei runs deep into the forest. Even though he is only 6 years old, he is incredibly brave, so he does not let fear control him. The next morning, he sees German soldiers arriving. He quickly hides behind the trees. A snake crawls near him, but he shuts his mouth tightly so he won't make a sound. He doesn't even flinch. When the soldiers leave, Sergei goes to the spot where they were eating. He quietly takes some of their food and returns to the forest. But soon, hunger hits him again. With nothing else to eat, he starts chewing leaves. He keeps walking deeper into the forest. After some distance, another bomb blast shakes the ground. The Germans have attacked again. But Sergei does not panic. He picks up a wooden stick and says, "If anyone comes near me, I'll hit them. I have a gun." In reality, he has nothing, but he is a child who has lost his whole family. He knows the Germans were responsible, and he wants to fight them, even though no one is actually there. Exhausted, he walks farther until he finally collapses and falls asleep. At night, heavy rain begins. Sergei is extremely thirsty, so he drinks the raindrops falling on him. He has not eaten anything properly for 2 days. He has no strength left, so he faints right there. Then we see someone's boots near him. These soldiers are not Germans, but Russian soldiers. They lift Sergei up and take him to their camp. There, Commander Nikolai questions him about his family. Sergei tells him that his aunt said the Germans killed everyone. Hearing this, everyone feels terrible for the little boy who has now become an orphan. Sergei is badly injured, so he is taken to the camp nurse, Katya. When Katya sees him, she immediately grows attached to him. She treats him like her own child. As Sergei spends more time in the camp, the other patients also become close to him. His innocent talks bring smiles to everyone's faces. Commander Nikolai also really likes him and treats him kindly. One day, Sergei asks to see Nikolai's gun. Nikolai shows it to him because he now feels like a father to the boy. After this, Nikolai steps outside, where Nurse Katya meets him. They both secretly like each other, but have never expressed their feelings. Katya tells Nikolai, "Please don't send Sergei away. I want to take care of him like my own child." Sergei is supposed to be sent to an orphanage soon, but Nikolai shakes his head. "It's not possible. This is a war zone. I don't want his life to be in danger," he says and walks away. Meanwhile, other army officers also spend time with Sergei. He talks to them, and everyone feels happy around him. In the middle of war, Sergei is the only spark of joy in the camp. No one wants him to leave. The next morning, a group of German soldiers attacks the camp. The Russian soldiers fight bravely and do not let their position fall. Days pass, and soon the day arrives when Sergei must be taken to the orphanage. A soldier comes to pick him up. Katya brings Sergei near Commander Nikolai, but she quietly walks away because she cannot bear to watch him leave. Commander Nikolai also loves Sergei deeply, but cannot risk his life in a battlefield. He spends a little time with him, but he cannot look directly into Sergei's eyes because he doesn't want the boy to leave either. Nikolai has made a wooden toy gun for Sergei. He hands it to him gently. Sergei does not want to leave the camp. When he receives the toy gun, he hugs Nikolai tightly. That hug melts Nikolai's heart completely. He kneels down and asks Sergei. Sergei looks at Commander Nikolai with wide eyes when he asks, "Will you be my son?" Sergei nods softly and says, "Yes." Soon, everyone learns that the commander wants to legally adopt him. They all become happy, because Sergei will now live with them permanently. The next morning, when Sergei wakes up, he finds that everyone has stitched a small uniform for him. They even give him tiny army boots. He proudly puts them on and happily shows them to everyone. But suddenly, German planes appear in the sky and attack the camp. Many soldiers get injured. Captain Nikolai quickly grabs Sergei and protects him. When the planes leave, Sergei wants to help. He runs to the injured soldiers, but no one is listening to him. He quietly goes inside the tent where many wounded soldiers are resting. One soldier has lost both his eyes, and a letter has arrived from his home. He asks Sergei, "Can you read this for me?" Sergei is only 6 years old. He can't read, but he still holds the letter and starts speaking anything he can, trying to comfort him. He even says, "Your cow is giving a lot of milk now." The soldier laughs and says, "But I don't have a cow." The soldier lying next to him whispers, "Just listen to whatever he's saying." The next moment, the other soldier reads the real letter out loud. Everyone laughs, and in the middle of war, the camp feels happy for a while because of Sergei. Days pass, and Sergei starts living like a proper soldier. One morning, while he is pretending to shave, 2 soldiers ask him jokingly, "Are you going on a date?" Sergei replies seriously, "A soldier never goes on a date." Hence, a soldier always stays on duty. His innocent answers bring joy to everyone. He walks to the meeting room where the soldiers are gathered and asks Commander Nikolai, "Sir, do you have any orders for me?" The commander smiles and says, "Yes. All the letters that arrived, give them to the soldiers." Sergei delivers each letter proudly. After finishing his task, he takes his binoculars and walks toward the forest. While looking around, he spots 2 shoes hiding behind bushes. Someone is there. Sergei runs back to the camp and reports it. Russian soldiers go to check and catch 2 German spies hiding there. Commander Nikolai praises Sergei and tells him that he is a brave soldier. Soon, the adoption papers arrive and Nikolai signs them. He officially becomes Sergei's father. Both of them are filled with happiness. The next morning, the Germans attack again. Commander Nikolai tells Sergei to sit still and not move. During the fight, the radio wires get damaged. Nikolai sends a soldier to fix them, and Sergei follows him. The soldier gets injured and cannot continue. Sergei says, "Just tell me how to connect the wires. I will do it." The soldier refuses at first, but Sergei insists and finally reaches the spot. He manages to reconnect the wires, restoring communication. Nikolai can now relay an important message to his officers. Once again, Sergei proves he is truly courageous. Meanwhile, Nikolai secretly loves Nurse Katya, but neither of them has the courage to speak. Sergei goes to Katya and tells her, "Commander Nikolai is very sick. He is lying, but he wants them to talk." Katya becomes worried and rushes to Nikolai, only to find him perfectly fine. Both immediately understand Sergei's trick. However, this small moment brings them closer. The next morning, Nikolai goes to Katya and softly asks her, "Will you be Sergei's mother?" It is his way of confessing his feelings. Katya shyly agrees. The next day, they receive orders to move the entire battalion to another location. They leave the post and begin marching forward. Suddenly, the Germans attack again. Many soldiers get injured, but most survive and continue onward until they finally reach the new base. There, Commander Nikolai meets his general. While they are talking, Sergei walks in wearing a full soldier's uniform. He salutes them properly and asks, "Sir, what are today's orders?" Nikolai instructs him to line up all the soldiers, check whose boots are torn or who needs supplies, and make a list. Sergei does exactly that. He makes the list and hands it to his father and the general. Then he respectfully asks the general for permission and says, "I request you to allow my father, Commander Nikolai, to marry Nurse Katya." Hearing this, both the general and Nikolai burst into laughter. Sergei is extremely serious, but everyone around him feels joy because of his presence. That night, the Germans launch a massive attack on the camp. Many soldiers die, and many get badly wounded. Sergei runs everywhere looking for his father. He can't find him. The next morning, he learns that Nikolai is critically injured. He rushes to him, and tears fill his eyes. He has already lost his entire family before, and he cannot bear to lose Nikolai too. Nikolai gently tells him, "A soldier, a real man, never cries." Sergei wipes his tears and stays quiet. A few days later, Nikolai recovers completely. After this, Sergei the commander and Katya come together as a family. In the end, we are told that Sergei did not stop here. He continued journeying with the battalion through Poland and Germany. For his bravery and service, he was awarded the Medal for Battle Merit, a great honor for any soldier. This is the true story of Sergei, a brave little boy from the time of World War II.